It's week 4 of the 2025 season, and the off next on Madden NFL 25.
What's the deal, y'all?
Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together.
Each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28.
Touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he's got Jennings. Now they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. Rudolph. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, you're going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad. This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Rudolph now to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Delay of game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now. Back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. To throw is Fields. He finds Pickens over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 25, here's 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Fields. It's against currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. This defense for the Steelers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Rudolph. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Clock running, under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Rudolph. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Good.
Fields now to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Kayvon Chason, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields finds Pickens out right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
This is taken at about the 14. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. McCaffrey running up the middle. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Rudolph. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Rudolph. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Here now, 2nd and 4. In motion goes the tight end. Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this 1st half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Here's Rudolph. Connects with Kittle underneath. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Got a man. That's Ayuk. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. He's got Ayuk once again. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Rudolph throwing again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40.
Let's go.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the Jaguars who pick up the win at home. Bryant Thomas, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots.
Garrett Wilson,
a touchdown catch in the victory. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Here's Fields. Got an open man. It's Pickens. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Now a give right side. It's Simpson, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Fields. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Rudolph now to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And out of the gun, Rudolph. He's got his running back out of the backfield, and he is going to have. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the air, Rudolph. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Rudolph. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now Rudolph. He's got his target. That's complete. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a give, right side. Simpson able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a 1st down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll keep it on the ground. Simpson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Simpson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. He finds Pickens over the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now it's Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air again, Fields. Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side. Simpson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Fields. Completes this one to Pickens. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. Here now, 2nd and goal. Now Fields. Finds Pickens out right.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. Boswell's kick is good.
Potentially going for it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Rudolph. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown,
the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Steelers who will have the first chance to go down and score here in overtime as we are back underway. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. First throw in overtime by Fields. Throw right side, complete to Williams. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Simpson shoves him aside, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 49 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
Delay of game. Offense.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Simpson, and he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. Back to throw. Fields. To the sideline and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That was a big risk here in overtime. It sent him out to fire away from long distance, but he knocks it through to give him the lead.
Edgy, don't you think? Because if he misses there, ball goes to the spot of the kick, correct?
Yep.
And guess what? That only leaves about, 20 yards or so for them to go downfield and be in position themselves. So you have confidence in him, and you have confidence in your defense to go ahead and let him kick that one.
The Niners offense and Mason Rudolph make their way back out. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? The overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Here's Rudolph. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Rudolph. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. Throwing here, Rudolph. The throw here, right sideline, falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Rudolph throwing again. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here we go on 4th, Rudolph. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and it certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times.
I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
So for the Steelers, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.